Welcome back everyone to another episode of Cooking with JJ. Today we're making red pepper vegan lox that is so silky, so smoky that even salmon lovers won't miss their fish. Between the elevated flavors and perfect texture, this might just become your favorite vegan lox. We're layering it on top of fried up Oceanic Tofu Patties amid a medley of garden accents to create a plate that's not only sophisticated, but plant-based and kosher for Passover. I'm really excited to get started and of course, enjoy it in the end. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get cooking! First of all, I have a couple of red bell peppers. I'm going to roast them. I'm popping them on a parchment lined baking sheet at 425 Fahrenheit, and we'll roast them for 25 to 30 minutes, flipping halfway through. We want to get a char on these peppers. They should really start to soften up. Cover them in a bowl or dish for about 20 minutes. This will make removing the skin easier because they'll shrivel up more. While I'm waiting, I'm getting our tofu marinade going. I'm adding a 1/4 cup of tamari to this bowl here, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Be sure it's the untoasted kind. I'm adding a teaspoon of our special seaweed seasoning into our marinade. I have a couple of cloves of black garlic. I'm just crushing them here so they become a paste, and we'll mix it into our marinade. I'm using extra firm tofu here. I'm just crumbling it into our marinade, and I'm using 3/4 of a block. Mix it up thoroughly and let it marinate for at least a half an hour. Just cover it and pop it in the fridge. Our peppers are cool enough to touch, so I'm cutting them in half, and we'll remove their peels. You want to remove the seeds and the pith. I'm getting some lemon zest going, and this will be for a finishing touch. I juiced a lemon here, and this will be for our marinade for our red peppers. I'm adding a tablespoon of olive oil and a teaspoon of the seaweed seasoning. Add a little bit of sea salt and a tablespoon of liquid smoke. Mix it up well and add your peeled red peppers into the mix. And we'll let this marinate for about a half an hour. I'm spiralizing our zucchini for one of our beautiful garden accents. We're using the attachment that creates the moon shapes. In this bowl here, I have some olive oil, and I'm adding some white balsamic vinegar. I'm adding a touch of sea salt, and we'll add our spiralized zucchini in. Get them fully coated, and we'll cover this and set it in the fridge for now. I'm slicing some red onion, and we're going to do a very quick pickle here. Very simple, we're just adding our red wine vinegar. Have you ever wondered why red onions turn that bright neon pink when you mix them with vinegar? Well, it's not magic. It's anthocyanins. I know, it sounds like a magic word, but these are pigment molecules. They work together as a type of tiny mood ring, but instead of reacting to emotions, they react to acid. These are the same pigment molecules you can find in berries. So when the vinegar hits the onions, the pigment molecules actually physically change shape. It's kind of like a pH indicator, shifting that deep purple color to a neon pink. It is a visual signal that the vinegar has been absorbed in the onions and the pickling process has begun. A touch of salt. Some people like to add a little bit of sugar, but I'm leaving sugar out. Mix it up so it's nicely coated, and we'll pop it in the fridge covered until we're ready. I'm slicing up our acorn squash. Our slices will be about 3/4 of an inch. I'm popping them on a parchment lined baking sheet, coating them with oil, adding salt and pepper, very simple. We'll roast these in the oven at 425 Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes. Remember to flip halfway through. You want to get them brown on both sides. I slice up some fresh ginger, and I'm using about 2 teaspoons or so. We have some fresh dill that will be for a finishing touch. Dill's name comes from the Old Norse word to calm. And it's not just a garnish. It has a history on the high seas in the Viking Age. Sailors would believe it had the ability to calm waves during a storm. And while I cannot guarantee it will stop a literal storm, it has carminative properties which can calm the digestive system. It is a perfect pairing for a rich fried patty. Our tofu's been marinating for about a half an hour, and I'm adding our vegan cream cheese, just the plain kind. Add your starch of choice, whether it be potato starch or cornstarch, just a tablespoon or so. After marinating your tofu, if you drain and squeeze out the marinade, you won't need as much matzo ball mix. Then you can use that marinade in the next couple of days for other dishes. Now we're forming our tofu patties with our hands. And our squash is ready to go. Our pan is hot. I'm adding our grapeseed oil to our pan, adding the ginger slices into the hot oil. And I'm popping on our tofu patties. I'm just making 3 for now, but we had enough to make a couple more. Of course, it depends on what size you make them. I'm removing our ginger slices from our pan so they don't burn. Set them aside. We already have a nice infusion going. Flip the patties when they're brown on one side. Some people think that capers are berries, but they're actually the unopened flower bud of the Capparis spinosa plant. If you don't harvest them and allow them to bloom, they bloom into beautiful flowers that are pinkish and whitish in color with a burst of purple in the center. So when we eat them, we're essentially eating a flower that hasn't had a chance to wake up yet. And if you leave the flowers and they get pollinated, they become caper berries, which are quite different than the capers. They're more vegetal-like, kind of like a cross between a cucumber and mild olive, much milder in flavor, and they have seeds inside, so it's better to eat them raw. If you cook them, their seeds will become a little bit tough. The capers, in comparison, have a mustard-like, salty floral punch to them. Now it's plating time. I'm placing the zucchini spirals around our patties here on the plate. Adding our roasted squash in between. And our red pepper lox on top of our patties. Sprinkle your quick pickled red onion. Add some capers on top of your vegan lox, your fresh dill and lemon zest to finish it off. I also sprinkled on our fried up ginger so you get a nice little pop of ginger every now and then. Go. It's that time again, everyone. It's time to try our delicious red pepper lox with the Medley, the garden Medley. Gotta love that sweetness, that tang, a little saltiness and smokiness. It all comes together so beautifully. There you have it, everyone, our red pepper lox on top of our fried Oceanic Tofu Patties. And it's proof when you use big, beautiful, bold flavors and wonderful textures, you're really not missing out on anything. Remember, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, take a moment to support my channel and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel. Tune in for more videos every Monday, whether they be shorts or full-length videos. And feel free to drop me a line in the comments below. Let me know if you plan on making this or if you made different types of vegan lox and how it went for you. I really look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, this is JJ signing off, keeping things interesting in my kitchen and in yours. Bon appetit.
Habló en lenguas, el tambor fue el sol. Bailamos en aliento, con silencio en el polvo.